Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. This is an anime-themed podcast. And before we get into it proper, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am your co-host, Drift, joined by...
Xero, man them.
So this week, we're going to start off by talking about Demon Slayer. You get me? The new season just dropped. You get me? It's doing numbers. The people are eating. You get me?
Alright.
The people that are eating.
I'm abstaining.
How come? Why?
You by what, bro? I don't know why. Somewhere along the lines in the past few years, I just got them. I think it's you. It's your bad rashing habit. Innit?
What did I do?
What do you mean by what do I do?
Alright, cool.
Bro, alright, cool. Anyways, yeah. Let me not even get on track. Let me not get on track, right? Cool. So, went from weekly to like watching the shit at the end of the season when it's all done. One night, binging it. You understand? Cool. So, I'm saving Demon Slayer right now. So, I haven't seen anything. I haven't read the manga. No hate to it. It's just I love the anime. So, you know what I'm saying? I just tend to be like mostly anime only. So, yeah. I'm going to wait till the series is finished and then...
And then really take it in.
Binge it out, yeah.
And really take it in. Pause, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you man like stay playing games. Pause. You get me?
Thank you. Save my soul there.
Hey, man. Hey, that's what I'm here for, gang. You get me? That's what I'm here for, gang. You feel me? But I agree with you, and I like to think it was a change for the better. But I mean, I'm never going to necessarily say it was a change for the better. It's just how I choose to consume anime. You get me? Like, for me, watching it week to week just gives me, like, I don't like sitting on the edge of my seat trying to figure out what's going to happen next week. You get me? So for me,
that's part of the fun, though.
To some, you get me? To some, I don't understand how that could be fun. You get me? But to some, you get me? To me, I like to just watch it in entirety. You get me? So that way I can blow it down all at once if I want to, or I can piece it up if I want to. You get me? But cool. Enough of how like we consume anime. Into the Demon Slayer discussion. So picking your brain real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
Coolest, and by coolest I mean the dopest, moon design. You know what I'm saying?
Moon design.
Upper moons, lower moons, you know what I'm saying? And while you're there thinking, I'm going to give mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and give mine. And mine, I'd have to say so far, I don't want to ruin it for like my anime only guys. You get me? I don't want to ruin it for you. But manga's been done for a minute now. Kokushibo. You know what I'm saying? Kokushibo being the twin brother of the OG fucking sun style user.
My nigga, that's a cold take.
You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying he's the coolest design. Okay.
All right, cool. Here's what I'm saying. That's a cold take. Yeah,
no, go on.
I was probably gonna give you the same answer. When I think about it, why? It's also because of the lore behind it. The original Sun user having Muzan skedaddling for his life like a little bitch. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's his twin brother, and his twin brother's there with like 6 different eyes.
6 eyes.
Six different eyes.
So that's what
yeah,
I'm like,
Gojo,
nigga,
get it right, bro.
It's a fuck. You get me? I'm like, facts, you know what I'm saying? 6 eyes. Yikes, you get me? But, I mean, cold take or not, bruv, like, don't get me wrong, there are other people that I thought about as well. You get me? Like, one of them was, you know the brother with the drums? Like the 6 drums behind him that like the 4 or was it 5 of them that combined into the one.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember him?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think it was from
the one at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my, the one at the end.
That nigga.
With the wood.
Yeah,
the wood dragon thing.
Yeah, that nigga. I was like, bro, the design is tough on him.
Yeah.
The design is tough on him. That's why I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, there are a couple hard designs in fucking Demon Slayer. You get me? And don't get me wrong, I do understand that Kokushiba might be the cold take, but the only reason I'm going with Kokushiba is because, hey, you know me. I like me a cool-looking nigga and a cool-looking samurai. Right. You get me? And it's not that there aren't other cool-looking samurais in
It's a show about samurais.
It's a show about samurais, gang. You feel me? But the nigga's design is fucking tough, in my opinion. You feel me? So that's why I'm going to go with Kokushibo. You get me? If I was to pick a close
runner-up, just go for the runner-up. All right, cool. So we're both gonna say Kokushibo because objectively he just has the coolest design.
He has the most like the design just fire.
The dopest design. And again, the lore tied to it, him being the twin brother, the guy that bossed Muzan's ass. It is what it is. You understand?
You get me?
So runner up.
Like okay, so if I was to pick a runner up, okay, cool. I'm not gonna say the Don that I just said a second ago. You know what I'm saying? So you know the drum Don. I'm not gonna say him because he would have been my other choice. You get me? I'm not gonna lie. He has a tough ass design. You feel me?
True.
If I was to pick a runner up of moon designs. I can't remember the brother's name. Yeah? But he uses like the same electric style that fucking Zenitsu uses. You get me? He ain't come up in the anime yet, I don't think.
Okay.
You get me? He ain't come up in the anime yet, I don't think. And the lore behind him is obviously him and Zenitsu used to be underneath the same teacher. You get me? Obviously.
So he's a freshie and he made Moon?
So, long story short,
Alright, cool.
I'm telling
That's
you,
why isn't it? Like, yeah,
hey,
alright, cool.
hey.
Man, don't feel bad. I just got spoiled.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. It's an anime team podcast, innit? You get me? Sorry, gang.
You're a piece of shit.
You get me? Sorry, gang. And
hate
proud.
you for that.
And proud. You get me? And proud. I'm wearing it, fam. You get me? I'm wearing it. It's on my wrist. Look. You feel me? Cool. So, yeah, like, fucking... like the backstory behind bro is that him and Zenitsu used to be students underneath the same teacher, you know what I'm saying? And then somewhere in the interim of them both dipping, his ass got run up on by a fucking upper moon. Upper moon folded him, you know what I'm saying? And gave man like the fucking classical option. You get me?
Okay.
The classical option, like, oh, you have hands, you get me? So here's the thing. I can either kill you or you can come and become a demon. You get me? And obviously, whereas, you know, our boy Tanjiro was stalwart as fuck because even Yotaro tried to give him that option. You know what I'm saying? Man was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie. You have hands. Join me, obviously. Whereas Tanjiro was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? My man, Zenitsu's brethren, he obviously took up the fucking, he took the offer.
Right.
You get me? So long story short, he, I believe, is also on upper moon and he replaces somebody that got boomed. You get me? And I do believe the person that folded him was Kokushiba. It's either Kokushiba pulled upon him and folded him, which I do see as understandable. You get me? Like, at the skill level that you were at to be underneath Zenitsu's teacher, similar skill level to Zenitsu, Kokushiba's
Upper Moon 1?
done in you.
It's a long day.
It, that nigga smoking you like
It's
some
a
Zar.
Zar.
You get me? Roll your ass up like a fresh pack of Zar, fam. You get me? So obviously, Kokushiba, it's either Kokushiba or the next. You know the blonde nigga? I think his name's Doma, like the fucking blonde one that Akaza like removed his lower jaw that one time. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like the happy-go-lucky.
He's like, what, number 2?
I think he's 2. Yeah. Because Kokushiba's 1, he's 2, and Akaza's 3.
Yeah.
You get me? So yeah, fair enough. He probably. So I think the bro that I'm talking about, Zenitsu's friend, I think he's 4. You get me? Because Gyotaro was formerly 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think Gyotaro is them drum niggas, isn't it?
No. Gyotaro's the one that had the sister and him. That's Gyotaro.
No.
Yeah, Gyotaro. The one that fought Silver. That's Gyotaro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool. The one with the drums, I can't remember his name. You get me? I can't remember bro's name, honestly. You feel me? But I do believe it was Kokushiba's 1. Doma, I think his name is, and like the true Demon Slayer heads of the world, you can fact check me if you like. You know what I'm saying?
You know the one that, bro, I'm sitting there like, bro, listen.
The true Demon Slayer heads of the world.
You can call me a fraud if you want, but like I said, I'm largely anime only, and I tend to like watch this thing like once during the season, and then maybe go back some time after that, and I just haven't gone back to like rewatch,
which is fine,
the beginning and all that of Demon Slayer in a while now. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the names escape me, boy. But once you give me a description, I can pick up
I'm never gonna lie to
who
you.
it is.
I like even the way I take in Demon
And I'm gonna
Slayer.
give you my runner up.
Yeah,
that's my runner up.
Who?
Body there, the brother, so the siblings.
Yeah. Oh,
again, backstory.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he had like the 2
the 2 sickle things.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
For me, that would be my runner up.
His scrap, him and fucking white hair. Yeah. Oh my good God, fam.
The Sakuga.
Oh,
the Sakuga.
Bro, that shit, the hand swapping is generational, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You get me? The hand.
Let me give you a hand for that one.
Bro, thank you. You get me? Thank you. You get me? My nigga, when I say the hand swapping, generational stuff, bro. The anime. Anyway, I'm fairly certain there's an episode of the pod that we've already done where I've already spoken at length of like how hard I think that fight is. You know what I mean? Like, I am not gonna lie, probably a contender for my favorite fight in Demon Slayer as of yet. You get me?
Right, fair enough.
But yeah. To bring it all back, my choice, and I think our choice at this point, you feel me? Kokushibo, number 1 toughest moon design. You get me? Toughest moon design. My runner-up is the drum done, and again, to the Demon Slayer fans of the world, kill me if you want, I'm not the nicest with all of the names, you get me? But I'm fairly certain off that description, anybody who knows what I'm talking about from the Sword Village, you feel me? You know who I'm talking about, you get me? So, my number 1 choice, Kokushibo. If it wasn't Kokushibo, I'm going with the nigga with the motherfucking drums. You get me? I'm going with that. I'm doing it. I just did it. You get me?
Fair. Understandable. Like I said, boy, for me, it would be Kokushibo, purely because of like the design.
And your runner-up?
And is it Gyotaro?
Gyotaro, yeah?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. I mean, I've always like first off, he's dual wielding, so I fucking love that.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's like a sickle thing. You know like,
he was nice with them shits.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was nice with it. You know what I'm saying?
He was nice with them shits.
I like that.
He was fucking nice.
He had like the weird skinny waist and like the hunched over
My
spine. You
guy.
understand like
When I
all of
say
you understand like
genuinely
you
unsettling,
understand?
bro.
And then like you have the fucking marks on him like, and he kept that shit despite becoming the demon. All that shit was still on him, so like still marked. But
Genuinely an unsettling design. I ain't gonna hold you.
So, yeah.
You get me? Like genuinely a fucking unsettling design, but still a dope one. You get me? Like you, Toro, like you look weird as fuck, but the design still look good. And for me, the reason I'm standing for it is because that motherfucking fight, nigga. That fight, my nigga. Oh.
Alright.
Oh.
Tell us
Good
what you
shit.
really Alright, cool. We know how you really.
Good shit. You get me? I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? Anywhere. Yeah. That. I mean, do you have anything else you wanna add on to the, this segment, my boy?
Nah, man, we good.
Nah?
Yeah. Favorite moon design, definitely. Number one, Upper Moon 1. You know, runner up. Like I said, Upper Moon 4.
Formally.
I think, former of 4.
You get me?
Yeah, so yeah.
Formally. Yeah. And of course, I mean, I've already given mine and my reasons for it as well. You get me? So if you ain't got anything else to add, my boy, we're gonna wrap up this segment and move ever so swiftly into the next thing. And the next thing is MHA.
All right.
Yeah. Catch you soon, people them. All right, people them. And we are back from the break, you feel me? Once again, KTT, Anime Themed Podcast. If you're still with us at this point, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't. And now we're going to talk about MHA. You get me? It's low-key been a hot topic in recent weeks, given its ending, question mark? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Ending, question mark? You
On
get
that
me?
point there, let me just pipe up and say, Mandem, I owe you an apology.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I'm saying? I had an L take. So I thought that we were going to have maybe 1 or 2 chapters following the last chapter, and then it's wrap-up time. These niggas are going to pull up and let me know that, there's going to be an extended epilogue.
All right, cool. So like we're going to start there. How are you feeling about like the idea of kind of motioning towards a fucking ending, like an epilogue, like shit's going to wrap up, and then telling me, hey, listen, nigga.
I mean, you can't have another crescendo, my guy.
And this, my guy,
you understand? You can't have another crescendo. So whatever this epilogue is going to be, it's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be peak, but it's not gonna be like the peak of the series.
Yeah.
We just passed
like
that.
we literally just passed the
So
actual
why
climax.
I don't know what you could introduce now into the series. You understand? That's of consequence to be introducing it now.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way, yeah. I've seen what he's done. You get me? Like the panel shows an individual that like has their mouth covered and they're leaving like a seemingly destroyed rubble area. Like that's the person at the end of 425 that everybody's really talking about. You get me?
Right.
Because
And for the record, let me just put this out there. I do not think that's Deku's dad.
Yes, thank you. I mean, like literally, we're just gonna get that out there from
Do you
now.
understand?
I
do not think that's Deku's dad.
I don't think it's Deku's dad. I think you niggas are like to stay reaching for the fucking stars. You get me?
Hey, I'm open to being surprised. You know
Don't
what I'm
get me
saying?
wrong,
If it is
honestly.
him, fine,
yeah, me
fair
too.
enough.
Like I'm open to being wrong.
But see the point I just made. I don't see you introducing anything of consequence
And
in the story at this point.
And I would like to think Deku's father is of consequence. You get
you
me?
understand?
I'd like
just
to
leave
think.
him, bro. Just say bro's dead, fam.
Yeah,
you understand? Just
because
like-
in 425 fucking chapters, my nigga, we have seen hide nor hair of bro. You get me? So introducing him now at the tail end, literally at the epilogue of the story, would be one of the most questionable choices I've ever seen a mangaka make. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why me personally, I don't think it's fucking Deku's dad. You get me? You niggas will be thinking that. Relax and fucking breathe, my nigga. You get me? Because the reality of it is this, yeah? I don't see them introduce. I mean, I literally just said this. You get me? I literally just said it. I don't see the point of introducing something as significant as who Deku's father is at the literal tail end of the fucking story. Like, it's literally called the epilogue, my nigga. You feel me? It's literally called the epilogue. Right. You get me? And don't get me wrong, there are people online, like YouTubers, yeah, that have been in two minds of it. Yeah, they're like, cool, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that fucking MHA isn't ending. You get me? Seemingly straight away, yeah? But I am confused as to where the fuck it could be going next. That's gonna like bear fruit. You get me? Because like you've already correctly said, nigga, the crescendo, like the climax is already passed. You get me? We already know that Deku has embers of one through remaining.
Right.
You get me? So I'm like, why let us know like he has the embers? Like why depower him to the point that you've depowered him up to now? To only then introduce a villain towards the end of the epilogue. You get me?
turn Bud into All Might 2.0.
Like All Might 2.0, my nigga. You get me? But I mean, that's just.
that's his aspiration anyway, isn't it, boss? I suppose that's fucking
like
brand.
fucking All Might Junior.
Do you understand? Like on brand, fam.
fucking mini fucking All Might over here. You get me?
Right.
But like, okay, cool. I mean, that's my thoughts on 425 as a whole as a chapter.
Right.
You get me? Because 425 is what introduced the fact that there's probably gonna be another antagonist at the end of the epilogue. You get me?
Right.
Cool. Fine. How long are we gonna spend revealing this fucking new antagonist? What kind of story are we gonna tell in between now and like the actual end of fucking My Hero Academia?
I think it's gonna be some like disillusionment type shit. You understand? Like, so the people like average Joes and whatever who suffered because of the big fights and all that.
But do you not feel like that story's already been told in the fucking like in the anime already, like in the anime and the manga already? Don't forget the part where like everybody ain't fucking with the heroes after they found out that Darby is Endeavor's son and shit. You get me?
Yeah,
so that whole plot point
like,
there,
it's sort of like Staying 2.0. They blame them for like society's collapse and stuff like that.
If that does happen, it's feasible.
Maybe.
If it does happen, that's feasible. But to me, if that does happen, it would kind of annoy me because it's a reused story beat. You get me? Like I can't remember on what season. I think it was season 6. You know what I'm saying? The end of season 6 was literally that. You get me? Obviously, like Deku's Vigilante era. You get me?
Yeah.
Cool. It was literally speaking to that. So if you do that again, like telling me the story of how society has kind of lost faith in heroes or something, cool.
Well, I wouldn't say society as a whole. I'm just saying like it's a section of society, maybe like people.
But that's what I'm saying. Like even in what you were seeing in season 6,
hurt people, my dude.
Like even what you saw in season 6, that was just Japan. You get me? And only the city that they were in that was moving like that we saw. You get me?
Yeah.
We have no idea how like the rest of the world was feeling about heroes. You get me? So I'm like, unless you're gonna showcase that.
All Might did start the Hornet's Nest in a bunch of countries there as well. So apparently their thingy. If I remember correctly, what I heard, if I remember correctly, the big 3, they're gonna be shipping out to like international countries to try and help.
And that's what I'm saying. Shit. That's cool. That's fine.
So
like, that's what's happening in 425. But my whole fucking thing is this, like, bruv, that's fucking retarded. That would be so fucking stupid to me because it's like you're telling me that like you're hitting the same story beat twice. You get me? Like you're hitting the same story beat twice. One in the fucking anime and then one at the end of the anime. If that happens, I'm gonna be like, bro, what the bag fumbled. You get me? Bag fumbled. You get me? Obviously, we're approaching.
What would you like to see? What would you like to see come of it then?
What would I like to see come of it? Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm not asking.
No. I'm not gonna predict shit because I don't know.
Come of this epilogue?
I don't. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not predicting shit because I can't. You get me? And this is what I mean. I genuinely can't predict shit because to me, My Hero Academia kind of was over. It was done. You get me? Like him being laid up in the hospital, you seeing Deku with the new look, the scars and whatnot. That was all indicative to me to let me know, okay, cool. This is what came after like the big clash. You get me? This is how like these are the prices that people had to pay. Deku has the fucking scar from surgery, embers of one for all remaining, which gives you the implication that a little later from now they're gonna fucking run out. It's gonna be quirkless. You get me? I could like My Hero Academia could have ended there. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been like, cool. You feel me? Cool. But when you give me an extended story now, I'm not mad at it. But the story you've propped up is like, okay, cool. Who is this new villain that we've never fucking seen hide no hair of? Never seen hide no hair of. I'm talking between the Villain Association, Tartarus. You ain't never seen hide no hair of, bro. You get me? And then now here he comes at the fucking epilogue. My nigga, you feel me? So I'm like, hey, don't get me wrong. Am I mad that MHA is not ending? Fuck no. I like MHA. You get me? But I am kind of confused about how you're going to write the story between where we are now at 425 to the actual epilogue. And keep in mind, 424 onwards is considered by most to be the epilogue already. You get me? So we're in an extended epilogue, which is weird. Why call it an Anyway, yeah? Anyway, yeah? Real quick before you wrap up the segment, yeah? Let me pick your brain real quick, right? 2 things, really fast. Rapid fire, yeah? 1, how you feel about Deku's new look?
Trash.
Damn.
Next.
Damn. Okay, cool. Do you see our boy being quirkless?
That's one's harder to kind of answer. We always have the magic cop out Eri. But it depends on, her horn growing back. So that takes some time.
What happened to her horn post?
Right. So it'll grow back because it always does. Because that's what was happening to her initially. So that will grow back. When it grows back and will it grow back with no power to give him back all for one? I don't know. Can you rewind all for one?
Can you rewind?
Did I say all for one? One for all.
Yeah, no, I know you, man. Yeah.
You understand? So can you rewind one for all? Because we saw that fade out of existence itself. You understand?
And that's what I mean.
So I don't know. Now maybe this magic crying person has the ability to actually rewind time or something, and maybe they can pull back the dead. I don't know.
Whatever that nigga's quirk is,
they're gonna teach Deku to summon the spirits of the fucking.
Whatever that nigga's quirk is, my nigga, it best justify him rocking up this late in the fucking story.
To be fair,
that's all I'm saying. Whatever your quirk is, whatever your story is, it best justify you rocking up at the end of the fucking story as opposed to just ending the story.
To answer your question though, I can see him ending up quirkless because it's gonna be all thematic and shit. You know, you don't need quirks to be a hero. Kind of. You understand messaging? I can see that coming.
But literally just for him, like he'll be quirkless.
Yeah, he'll be quirkless, but he won't be like. Let's face it. Like you can be like a police officer hero.
You can be like a fucking vigilante, like
not even a vigilante, bro. Like actually, even the vigilantes have some kind of abilities. Like you understand? The main character of the manga vigilantes. His quirk is trash, but he still has a quirk. He scurries along the fucking floor. You understand? Cockroach could. You understand? Like, listen, I'm not dubbing it. I tried to get into it because I thought I could learn some more about One for All for One. Fuck. Trying to learn about some more about All for One, but I just couldn't get into it because I was like, this is it. I was really hoping that you, man, would, Horikoshi would feed us some prequel shit. You understand? Show us what things were like back in the times when, it was vigilantes rather than like professional heroes. That's what I went into it for. And as soon as I realized that I wasn't getting that, I left. I didn't care anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Could I see him ending up quirkless at the end of it? Yeah. Thematically, yeah.
I'd have to agree with you on that point there as well. Thematically, it would make a great deal of fucking sense. You get me? Like, with the story as he's written it up to now, it makes all the sense in the world if the nigga ends quirkless.
All Might did tell him, like, yo, you too can be a hero before he gave him the quirk.
I'm like, what?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, hey, you were a hero. It's over now. It lasted, like, what, a year?
Like,
a year and a bit, but hey,
I just hope Horikoshi wraps this back to the initial monologue of this is the story of how I became the number one hero or the greatest hero. You get me? I would really like to see that.
And the award goes to, fam. Like, you understand? Honorary.
Like,
you understand, bro? Honorary greatest hero.
All my fucking life, bro, because that's how it feels, G. That's how it feels, fam. You get
honorary,
me?
fam.
Like they drew you a certificate, nigga. You get me? You know what? Like they drew you a certificate, nigga. Like here, you get me? Crisp high five for you. You feel me? But all right, cool. I mean, that's my. that's our thoughts on the MHA. You feel me? That's our thoughts on the MHA. Real crash out shit, real in and out shit. You get me? And we're gonna move into the final segment for this week, and we are going to be talking about
Dungeon Meshi.
You get me? So more on that in a little bit. Stay tuned, and I hope you stay tuned. You get me? Because we are back for the final segment. Final segment, we're going to be talking about one that we haven't discussed on the podcast before, and that is an anime on Netflix currently called Dungeon Meshi. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'm going to let my dog Xero take point. My dog take point.
All right, cool. So, yeah, Dungeon Meshi. 24 episode anime. Manga still currently ongoing. You know, I had a lot of fun watching that, you know.
So before you get into it deep, is the anime finished?
This season, yeah.
Oh, so season already.
So season 1. So, you know, depending on how you look at it, season 1 to 12, season 2, 13 to 26, I think.
Okay.
No, 24. I lied, 24. Yeah, so around there. So 13, 24. That's season 2.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's it. So, you know, I'm more looking for stuff outside like the general shonen genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my isekai. I like my mecha and stuff like that, you know, fantasy anime and all that kind of stuff. So, Dungeon Meshi, and it's funny because we were talking about binge watching versus week to week watching.
Yeah.
Dungeon Meshi is the only fucking thing I'm watching week to week currently. Anything else I'm watching is either binge watching or it's like thing. It's the only thing I'm watching.
And does that speak to how good it is?
I wouldn't necessarily say so. It's more like a habit I've developed.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? It's So earlier I said like I kind of picked up your bad habit of like saving the shit I really, really want to watch and just binge watching all of that.
Nigga said my bad habit, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, your bad habits. Own that shit. But yeah, so saving the shit that I really, really watch till it's all out, or you know, versus like watching something week to week. And a lot of the shit that I used to watch week to week, they just stopped airing, so I just stopped watching shit.
Week, yeah.
You understand? So Black Clover, that finished. Boruto, that finished. You understand? Super, finished. You understand? Yeah. Bleach, finished. You understand? I have nothing I'm really watching week to week. Like with One Piece, I'm more reading the manga than watching the anime nowadays. Like when the good flashy moments pop up, I go dip my toe in. You understand? Like, I dip my toe in, fam. Like King of Hell, Zoro, Gear 5. You understand? All that kind of stuff. Ifrit Jambe. You know how like
Roof
the fucking for them one thing. The rest of it not so much. Oh, Roof Piece was so good. Tangential. I'm so sorry, but goddamn Roof Piece was so good.
Bro, when I say niggas were eating, fam. I say, bro, the One Piece man, then we were eating, cause Roof Piece peak shit, bro.
On the topic of eating, that's why I got into Dungeon Meshi, right? because it's Delicious in Dungeon is the English name. So like off the rip, I'm like, what? We eating food in dungeon now? Because like, bro, I turned my nose up at that shit the minute I heard about it. I'm like, we're eating food in dungeon now. Wow, you understand? Like,
the bar's been lowered.
Yeah, you understand? Like isekai after isekai, just trash. Hey, I turned up on a magic coworker and grow a whole fucking village. You understand? Like all that kind of shit. I'm like, oh, so we in dungeon or like whatever. Like, you understand? Apothecary diaries in other world, just shit like that. So I wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah.
Low bar.
Yeah, low bar, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Shokugeki no Soma kind of primed me.
Goated shit, I ain't going.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of primed me for like food
shit.
shows.
I do credit, sorry, stay with you, I don't want to like derail you. And I do credit Shokugeki no Soma for being one of the few animes that taught me, hey, listen, nigga, just because niggas ain't punching, that don't mean you will not be at the edge of your fucking seat. You get me? Like, bro. Cooking, guy.
Mouth watering, guy. Shit, bro. I'm like, bro,
cooking, bro.
Inspirational.
I was sat there like,
I started taking my spices well seriously after that shit. You know,
I'm sat there watching Shokugeki no Soma, and I'm like, bruv, these niggas really have me sat down, locked into an anime about cooking, and it's fire. You get me? So I was like, hey, bro, that and Dr. Stone. You get me? Because if you told me I would watch an anime themed on science, gang, and find it fire, I would call you a liar.
But it's great, isn't it?
It's fire, cool. Bro. It's fire. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
Cool. But yeah. So yeah, it was the food thing that kind of brought me in, Delicious in Dungeon thingy, and I'm pleasantly surprised. You understand? So it is very much that. The premise is that they have to survive in the dungeon. So it's not the general. They go in the dungeon, they leave, and they come back and whatever. They have to survive in the dungeon because there's something they're trying to achieve.
Right.
But they don't have any money or gear or anything like that. So you have to like live off the fat of the land kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Pure on site type shit.
So like a more realistic I like a more realistic interpretation of like a RPG.
A dungeon dive or whatever. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
And the way like the inhabitants of the world turn their noses up at that, I'm like, why is that not common sense? Why is that more common sense? Like eating the monsters in the dungeon. You understand? So I get it's kind of like would be distasteful.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Like a chimera or a slime or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I
get that it would be distasteful.
I get the point you're making now because it's like if the world is centered around adventurers and dungeons and shit like,
you in a dungeon and you need to fucking eat, bro. I want eat, yeah, bro.
I'm
you want the menu?
Over the fire.
You want the fucking menu?
Cause over the fire, gang. But yeah, go on.
But yeah, so that's why I kind of got into it, and I love it. Likeable characters, all that kind of stuff. So it seems that it's autism inspired. Which
really,
like I'm not autistic. I don't really understand that much about it. But I'm hearing people saying like, like they say that the main character and his sister are clearly autistic, right? So the main character is like supremely obsessed with monsters, like what they taste like when they meet one, right? Knows everything, like obsessed. And when it comes down to fighting, that weird knowledge, the trivia that is always spouting, and then man are like, like there it goes again, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Comes in fucking clutch. You understand? Because body knows body parts, do this, distract this, make this kind of sound. You understand?
Like know your quarry.
Yeah, bro, he knows everything there is to know about everything in that dungeon. Not the dungeon itself, but like if a monster comes up, he knows something about it.
So he basically studies monsters in the way that fucking Deku studies heroes.
Basically. You understand? And the way fucking Senku studies science.
Yeah.
You understand? Right. Yeah. His sister, who's the main focus of like the group.
Yeah. Is she like the mage one?
No.
Who's that?
That's the sister's best friend.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Have I seen
potential girlfriend, but we don't know.
But yeah,
cool. So that's his best friend. So the sister is kind of like him, in that she's like obsessed with like weird creatures and the dungeon and magic and stuff like that.
Right.
So people seem to like recognize traits of autism in that. And they're kind of holding them up to that effect. So I'm like, hey,
I definitely would want to find like somebody that is like autistic themselves to a degree, like somewhat on the spectrum, that likes anime to kind of see how they feel about it. You get me? Because that is an interesting. That's an interesting point. I can't lie.
Yeah. So I was saying, boy. So if that was on purpose by the creator, that'd be a move. You know, so more representation around there. You can't,
and very well done as well because it's like it's very like subtle. You get me? Like it's not shoved in your face. If that is what he's doing or she's doing, it's not a concept that's shoved in your face over the course of watching.
It's not like it's not the way you'd perceive
it's not
autism.
like there's a dedicated character in it that is autistic. You get me?
No, but I'm talking like the way you perceive autism generally, the way you like the way you heard about it back in the day, you think that it's these weird kids that like sit there and drool to themselves or whatever, like just like somebody that's not very functional.
Yeah.
But like as you come along and more gets talked about and stuff like that, you come to understand that like there's high functioning autistic people and stuff. And I think 100%. What's his name, Musk is autistic.
I wouldn't know. Like, hey, you know me.
Not putting that on his bad decision. Being autistic does not equal being a fucking idiot. But
I cool. famously ignore that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But cool. So but yeah. So it's a nice series to kind of step away from like I said, the shonen genre. I get my fantasy fix. It's not the general fucking isekai slot that you get week to week.
I will give it that. I will give it that. In the episodes that I've seen of you watching it, it definitely looks like separate to the other isekai type shit that I'd kind of be like burnt out from. I can't lie.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not your power fantasy.
That's really
like. There's other stuff as well that came out this season, like or maybe it's last season. I'm fucking about like Frieren. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of thing. People seem to love that one. They hold it up like a lot. You get your magic fantasy fix without there being like an overpowered.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying? It's not overpowered, and I think maybe she is, but she's like it's an ancient elf. She's like thousands of years, and everybody's like. You know what I'm saying? But it's not an isekai. She didn't reincarnate.
Yeah,
okay, kind of thing.
cool.
Like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's not your overpowered MC with like edgelord, slave master, harem king type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that.
Played out, bro. They're so played out, bro. But yeah.
And then there's also Konosuba, which has also come out.
Straight fire.
That one I'm saving for the binge. So, remember I said like I saved my shit for binging? That's Konosuba.
Straight fire. Listen, nigga. I will die on the hill, okay? I'm isekai the fuck out, but I got time for Konosuba. I got time for Konosuba. I got time today. You get me? Like, I got time for Konosuba. That shit straight fire, fam. You get me? But yeah, nah, man. Really and truly.
Yeah, Dungeon Meshi. I would like. Alright, if I had to put like we don't do ratings here, like you know what I'm saying? But just on this occasion, I must say like that is I would say for me. That's a 9.5.
A 9.5.
Yeah, I hold that. Like, it's funny. It's got good action. The plot is interesting enough. And like I said, like the way Senshi whips up all that fucking shit, you'd have never known that was fucking like a fucking basilisk or some shit. Did you understand? Like you'd have never known. It just whips up. It's like it's Shokugeki no level. Shokugeki no Soma levels are like
food preparation.
You understand? Bro, man, he need it in, sprinkle some this, boil it for a bit, like for 50, like directions. You understand? Like it's that level, like that kind of detail. You understand? Like if you enjoy cooking, it's a good show for you.
And if you enjoy like a nice little, from what I can see, if you enjoy like a nice little brightly fucking colored anime, you know what I'm saying? Some like a nice range of characters, you know what I'm saying? And like a good little anime, you can kind of project yourself into the world. From what I've seen, it does look like a fucking solid watch, in my opinion. You get me? Yeah. Like it does seem like a fucking solid watch. So once again, that was Dungeon Meshi, and on Netflix it's called
Delicious in Dungeon.
Delicious in Dungeon. You feel me? That's out now on Netflix. Love for that. I can't lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you divulged that like super hard. I feel like anybody listening now has an understanding of what they're gonna expect. Shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to spin back and watch it my damn self. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah. That's been KTT this week. Unless you have anything else to add on, my dog.
Just one last thing in it. Like keep this brief. Everybody's kind of talked about it. Benny from Comic Storians passed away. Last week. And I kind of just want to give, the Comic Storian channel and Benny himself a shout out. My love and sympathies to his family. Again, it's one of the guys that kind of like inspired me to even bother trying to do a thing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You saw them do it. They seem to have fun doing it. You kind of get inspired. You don't think, I can definitely do that. But it's like, I'd at least try. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, R.I.P. Benny and,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, to his family and his friends, hold your head. You know what I'm saying? Hold your head. You get me? And love your people today because you have no idea what can happen tomorrow. You get me? Like love your people today because you have no idea what can happen tomorrow. You feel me? But once again, condolences to his people. Then you know what I'm saying? Condolences for real. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close out the podcast here. You know what I'm saying? We will see you in the next one.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. You get me? I've been Drift.
It's Xero.
And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Love.